This week on Down the Road, we take you to the Ohio State Fair, where a special project was put together at the Ohio Department of Natural Resources Park area. You could come out and see Smokey Bear. It's where you've seen the Lumberjack show, and this year, it's where you could try out kayaking. Joining me from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources Division of Watercraft is Steve Masello. And Steve, nice to have you with us. And how many years have they been putting together this project?
It's something that we've been wanting to do for about 15 or 20 years, and finally the stars aligned properly for us, and we got it together this year. So it's been really, really exciting.
Now, first of all, tell people how quickly was it that you were able to put together a kayaking pool here in the natural resources area?
We've been working on it, the physical construction of it, probably about a month now. We've been putting getting the highway barriers and getting all kinds of stuff, the liner and everything together, and it finally came together about the last week. We were a little nervous at the beginning, but it all came together for us. So.
And getting the water in it probably was no small feat either.
No, not at all. 3-inch fire hose for about a day and a half. We finally got it filled up. So.
And it's warm enough the volunteers aren't complaining.
No, actually, we've had a lot of people going, can I get in there? Because it's probably the coolest place in the park right now. So.
What's it been like with the kids and their reaction to an opportunity to get out on the water and do something for themselves?
The kids have really had a good time. We've had a lot of folks have really been happy about it. The parents have really been enjoying it, telling us that this is the first time that their kids have ever really got to get into a boat or paddle. So the reaction from the kids and the parents both have been great.
Now, tell us about the process, about how many kids get in here every half hour.
We have about 25 kids that go through every half hour. They go through about a 10-minute safety talk, a presentation from a watercraft officer. They all get fitted in a life jacket, and then they get about 10 to 15 minutes each into the pond where they paddle around, and we have our staff in there helping out, trying to give them a little bit direction because it kind of gets a little hectic when we get a few boats in there. So.
Yeah, in 15 minutes, though, some of these kids are probably saying, I've used muscles I didn't know I had.
That's right. A lot of them will go, man, I'm tired. This is tough. But some of them are really, you'd be surprised at how quickly they progress in 10 minutes and they really get the hang of it. And the kids have been doing a really great job in there.
I don't want to overlook the idea of life jackets. Tell us about life jackets and what's required these days. And, of course, recommended is anytime you're on the water, have a life jacket on. But what are the real requirements?
Sure. Anytime anyone's on the water, we'd really like them to wear a life jacket. But the requirements for life jackets are any child under the age of 10 on a boat less than 18 feet, they're required to wear a life jacket. Any person that's on a personal watercraft, riding or operating must be wearing one. And then if you're being towed behind a boat, if you're tubing or water skiing, you're required to wear a life jacket.
And getting a life jacket matched to your body size is important as well.
Sure. A properly fitted life jacket is probably the most important piece of boating equipment that you can get. Most of them are sized according to chest size and your weight. Most adult life jackets go past 90. Anyone over 90 pounds that they can. That's what they're fitted for. And then they, just like a T-shirt, they're small, medium, large, extra large, just like anything else.
Now let's talk about once we get out here and maybe we get bit by the bug and we want to do some more of this. Where do we go to do kayaking in Ohio?
Pretty much kayaking, it's one of the most growing outdoor sports in America. Most of our waterways, it's a great place to go kayaking. We have our Ohio Water Trail system. We have a few water trails on the Kayaking and the Muskingum River, and we're developing more as we speak. So you can go on Lake Erie, the Ohio River. If you like whitewater, there's a few whitewater places throughout the state. So there's tons of opportunity. Most folks throughout Ohio don't realize the resources that we have when it comes to boating in the state.
Steve, let's talk a little bit. What exactly is a water trail when we talk about waterways?
It's designated by the Division of Watercraft. What we do is we really work hard before we actually designate that trail to make sure that there's access points for people to put their boats in and out to be able to paddle or boat back and forth. We have signage and maps so folks know that if I'm going down the Muskingum River today, well, if I paddle 6 miles, there's going to be a boat launch area there on the left side of the river or something like that. So that's really what we've been doing with our river trail system.
Are the kayaks a type of boat that have to be licensed?
Yes, every boat in the state of Ohio has to have a registration. We have a few different ways that you can register them. The traditional way with the OH number down the side of them like you see on the larger boats, but we also have an alternative registration system that you can just get one rectangular sticker, and they're good for 3 years. They expire on March 1st of the year that the sticker says so. So we have a few options for kayaks and canoes.
And if you're really green, you can follow the route you guys did, and these boats are from recycled products.
Yes, all these boats right here that we have at the state fair are 100% recycled. What they've done is they've taken old parts of kayaks and grind them back up, melt them up, and turn them back into kayaks again. It's been a really great hit for us, and you know, it really shows how green that the companies can be about using their own materials and recycle them right back into their own products. So,
Steve, give us the website where we can find some of these water trails and access places in Ohio.
Sure, our website is ohiodnr.com/watercraft, and you can go on there and find all kinds of information about the water trail system, our boating laws, and probably most importantly, about life jackets and the things that are important about life jackets. And then the next thing would be about taking a boating course. We have all an education link on there where you can search throughout the state to take a safe boating course anywhere in the state of Ohio.
Steve Masello, my guest. He's the Education Administrator for the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, Division of Watercraft, and he's been out here wading in the water, helping young people experience kayaks. Until next time, I'm Dale Minyo, and we'll see you down the road. Down the Road is brought to you in part by Prince Agra, makers of Omnigen AF, advancing animal nutrition for healthy animals, and Woodruff Enterprise of Springfield, Ohio.